what's going on?
What's happening?
Twins.
Too tall.
Too short.
Hey, we back like we never left, man.
We never leave.
Hey,
we never go.
We been here since the last
time.
We been here.
Okay. Hey, first we want to welcome my boy Jason Spray.
Yes, sir.
Out there now. Are you still in Tennessee?
I am in Tennessee, in Nashville.
Okay, from Nashville, Tennessee. Just help me. I don't want to mess this up, man. So if I mess up, just let me know. But man, hey, dude got accolades. So we just want to make sure that this is done right, all right? He is our first guest on our show, and we just want to say thank you for your time.
Appreciate it,
Thank
man.
you for being here, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all, man. I enjoyed it. I've been watching the shows. I enjoy it.
Hey, man, we appreciate it. But first, all right. So 15 years in the business with Middle Tennessee State University, okay?
Tenure.
Hey, we talking 8 years of basketball, being a basketball director, right?
Yes, sir.
And then
8
another
years.
6 or 7 years being the football director.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Okay, when we're talking about being a sport coach and just the responsibility of being a strength coach, I mean, y'all know what comes with that, and you know what comes with transitioning from basketball to football, and that's kind of what we're gonna talk about today. And I'm gonna kind of give y'all the topic, and y'all know how we do it. Y'all know we don't rehearse.
What we talking about today?
Yeah, and y'all know how we just do it on the fly. Okay,
What we talking about, man?
all right. So the conversation is about, let me get this verbiage, okay? So the question is, now y'all know
Talk to us now.
y'all know my IG don't want to
Look,
load
he's not
up
ready.
now.
He's not ready.
Okay, so is sport specific an exercise that mimics the movement patterns and energy systems of athletes, or is sport specific a way of sports coaches practicing with or without a ball during off season? So let me say that again. Is sport specific an exercise that mimics the movement patterns and energy systems for athletes, or is sport specific a way of sport coaches practicing with or without a ball during off season? Okay. So what is sport specific?
That's my question. That's my first question. What is
sport specific
training?
in your opinion, Jason? Talk to us.
So, in my opinion, sports specific, right? I mean, you can't. In the weight room, we can't mimic, right? Catching the ball, making a tackle. You know,
Right.
you can mimic the movement, but you can't actually mimic playing the game, right?
Right.
If you want to get better at throwing the ball, you better go throw the ball. You want to get better at hitting a baseball, you better hit a baseball.
Right.
I mean, that's the difference when you see the workout warrior and that. Can we curse on this or no?
We try to keep it clean.
So that's where the workout warrior.
I be slipping up
You
sometimes.
see, it doesn't translate over to the field.
Yes.
And
Okay.
we've touched on that before.
Right. And I think, I had a kid ask me, he sent me an inbox, and it's an innocent athlete just trying to find his way. And the question was, how can I work on catching? And you know what I sent back?
Catch.
Go outside and catch the ball.
I'm dealing with my 7-year-old with that right now. You want to know how to catch? You got to catch.
You got to catch the ball.
I mean, a bird don't. Hey, if a bird want to fly out the nest, what do you got to
Hey,
do?
you better start flying. You better jump.
Hey, everything is about repetition when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
So
The weight room's got to support the movement of the event you got to go do.
Yes.
Absolutely. And I think that's important. And I feel just
Because a lot of times now you go back and look, you wonder, like, is it the actual lift that makes the athlete good, or is the athlete making the lift look good?
hey, let's talk about it.
So think about that.
Let's talk about it. Now, I will say this. I will say from the strength coach standpoint, man, I think a lot of times a great athlete will make a move look so good. Hey, you ready to try to do it with everybody.
We have to do this movement.
You can't do that.
But it's not like, it shouldn't be like that, but it is like that.
Yeah,
though.
you can't.
Right.
It is like
Right.
that, though.
You can't. No, I agree, man. I think that sometimes the industry gets carried away with trying to create this exercise of more velocity for a pitcher, and so they get a band and they're mimicking throwing. You know what I'm saying? Put him on push jerk. Get him on push press.
It should just be about getting stronger.
Man.
That's the biggest thing. Just get stronger You don't have to mimic
the movement directly.
Yeah, that's not what it's about.
And see, but that's to your point. But that's people trying to make themselves look more important to get a job or to get clout on IG or whatever that may be. Bro. Because I think we both know when you see a young kid, you know, okay, that kid got something.
Yes.
Well, he ain't touched no weight yet.
Nothing.
Right? So you know, I agree. Like, all you have to do is let him develop, get him stronger, and he'll be fine.
I agree.
That's it.
The NFL is full of those guys. The NBA is full of those guys. Just nobody cares what LeBron James power cleans. Nobody. Do you know? Hell, he don't know.
No clue.
That's what I'm saying. There's pictures of Michael Jordan doing lap pulls and behind the neck press. It didn't matter.
Yeah, you're right.
He's just getting stronger. He's just working.
That's
you're
it.
Right.
That's it.
You're right. And I think
But that's lost.
I think that's important. I think it is lost. I think that what happens is that sometimes, you know, guys kind of get this hard on, I guess, with an elite athlete comes in and, man, you just want to do all of this fancy stuff and you lose that meat and potatoes. You know, I think it's important to stick to the basics and the foundations of the program.
Those elite athletes, they need the same type of training as those younger athletes. The basics. Yeah. Working on technique, mechanics. Yeah. Stuff like that. But
I think the reason why I've always told my assistants and a lot of people, I think what happens is as the coach, we get bored. Mm-hmm. So say you have 4 groups a day, right? You see the same lift 4 times a day. Well, the kid has only seen it once.
Right.
But in your mind, you've seen it 4 times, so I got to do something else.
You did.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Hey, I think that's true.
That's valid.
I think that's true.
Point, yeah.
Especially, man, when you programming for so long and you programming and it becomes a little monotonous to you. I think that is true. And I think we do have to remember that athlete that we get, a lot of times, even for us, you know, we're not at a college or in a program, so, you know, parents are bringing their kids. Some of the guys that in college and pro, you know, they come in off season, and so we're only able to get them 2 to 3 times a week if we're lucky.
Yeah.
Right.
So during those times, we've done this movement 8 to 10 times maybe today. Then they come in.
Not only that, but only in your training.
Yeah.
Because you had to train yourself to see, do I like it? What I don't like about it.
Yeah.
And so I think we as coaches get bored before the kiddies get a chance to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree, man. I agree. I think we need to do a better job of making sure we stick to the fundamentals as an industry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not trying to get too fancy, especially when we come in here in this weight room. You know?
that's not the place to be trying.
I still see a lot of guys we get college guys that can't bend, can't hit.
I know. Right, I know. I mean, boss, when we were in college, we would get those guys, all they could do is bench press.
That's it.
Like, what you been doing?
Can't squat.
Can't do an overhead press. That's what gets me.
They can't do any of that. Yeah. So, again, to your point, if we would just hammer the basics, push, pull, hinge, squat.
Yeah.
You know, good strong core. Can they do a push-up? Can they do a pull-up?
Yeah.
I mean, teach these kids how to lunge. I mean, just basic stuff, you know?
Boy.
Right. I mean, just basic.
Talk about lunging. Hey, okay, we're gonna switch gears here a little bit, man. I wanna talk to you. Just ask you, like, what are some of the challenges you see in the industry when you were on the college level and now on the high school level, and talk to us about maybe some of the things that have changed during your time over the 15 years, 18 years that you've been in this industry, from when you played all the way to now. Like what does that look like? How have things changed, and have you had to change the way you have kind of geared your mind for what we do?
The biggest thing I remember when I first started, I remember going with my strength coach when I was a GA, and we would go to the Perform Better clinics. And there may be 25 people there, 30 people there. I mean, it wasn't a lot. Or, you know, we'd go to the NFCA clinics. There just wasn't a lot of people there. Now you go, there's thousands of people there.
Yeah.
So it used to be a lot easier to get a job. Because, you know, you would go word of mouth. Internships were a lot easier. I mean, now the market, you good?
Yeah.
The market now is really becoming saturated, man. So you really do have to find a way to be creative. And you have to find a way for the kids to buy into what you're doing and want to be a part of what you're doing. Because it used to be, I mean, a kid would just come in and do whatever you asked him to do. Right, wrong, and different. Now, a lot of times the kids want to know why.
Yeah.
Plus, they also see what other people are doing on social media. So it really, to your point, it creates a tough stance because you have to be more creative than the next guy because sometimes the basics may not cut it to get them into a gym like yours. See, it's different when you're at a school. They have to come see me. They have to. So I've got time to get the basics. I see them 4 days a week. You know, when you're in the private sector, sometimes the basics, man, you have to maybe put a spin on that and be creative because there's probably some clown up the road who's doing something. You're probably looking at it like
what is he doing?
What is that doing? That ain't doing anything. He's not applying force into the ground. He's not running. He's not lifting. But it's not cute. It may not be pretty. So, I mean, that's where I give my hat's off to guys like y'all, man, because you really do have to find a way to be creative to get kids like that in the gym.
Yeah.
One of the things I did notice, you know, I played for Rob Rogers, you know, when I was in college, and man, he was on the cutting edge, and we were doing a lot of the training things that you see people doing now: unilateral work, a lot of dumbbell work, plyometric work. But that was at the time where a lot of schools were kind of going West Side principles, right? Okay. So a lot of board pressing, box squatting, you know, a lot of two-leg dominant lifts. Yeah. And that was almost the way that a lot of people were going until the injuries started racking up in these weight rooms. Yeah. Torn pecs, backs being blown out, you know, guys hurting their knees. So now, one thing I've noticed with training is it's actually moving back in a better direction, you know, with a little bit more functional, you know, bias. You know, a lot of more plyometric work, unilateral work, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So. Okay. Yeah, man. We appreciate that insight, man. Because I mean, you've been around, man. You've seen a ton of guys on different levels. I mean, you've been a part of, you know, making Middle Tennessee State, like producing, you know, athletes there from basketball to football and higher level guys. So. I mean, I think you're
now, we were good to always come in and knock off an ACC or SEC team a year now. I mean, we went into Missouri 2 years ago and put the smack on them boys now on homecoming.
Hey, go ahead and let it be known then.
Hey, we went into Syracuse 2 years ago, beat them.
Hey, go ahead and bark.
Hey, we beat Maryland 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech, smacked Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
hey, y'all hear them?
Basketball, we went into UCLA, smacked them boys, went down to UT.
Come on now.
Hey,
come on now.
Hey, I see them balls in the back.
Come on now.
Michigan State.
So, hey, stop.
Don't play us now.
Stop. Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
Stop now before we had to at somebody. On here, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's live though, man. That's impressive, man. I read up on you just checking your profile out, man, and just reading up on you.
That was one thing I always preach, like, man, don't bow to no logo, man. That don't mean nothing. Nothing.
Bro. Hey, man.
Bro.
Hey, man, we like your mindset, man.
He one of us.
Yeah, we like your mindset. Yeah.
No logos, man.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, man. That dog.
Yes, sir.
Because I know plenty of strength coaches at smaller schools that do a lot better job than some of these cats at these big schools.
Yes.
And you know that.
Yeah, we do, man.
Yes.
I'll talk about, I don't know, I'll kind of give you some feedback for you being inside of the school, man. I think one thing we struggle with being an athletic performance facility on the outside is just gaining some of these coaches' trust.
No doubt.
You know, I know it's tough, and, you know, we try to tell the programs that we're here to support their program. You know,
right.
We're trying to build these guys up to help their programs, and so.
Hey, and so to that point, so, you know, I mean, I'm at a private school right now, right?
Yeah.
And I've only been here since May, and some of the kids, they had relationship with private sector guys before I got here. And I don't knock that because I have relationships with guys that, you know, like the NFL guys, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to that strength coach, I'm a private sector guy, right? So I don't knock those relationships because, I mean, sometimes those guys like you may be one of the only people those kids have to talk to that they trust. So, I mean, I don't knock that at all because, and not only that, there's a lot worse things they could be doing on a weekend or at night than they're working with you, sweating, getting some extra work in, right? Yeah. There's a lot worse stuff they could be doing.
Yeah, no.
So I don't knock that.
That's true. And I think, I don't know, maybe the transitioning idea may be easier for you because you're so you've been in it.
There, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You've been there. You deal with it from dealing with those guys from Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? The guys from the Titans that come train with you, like you said, you are an outside guy. And I
feel like, some coaches, they look at it like, just like you said, the industry is saturated. So there's going to be those guys out there that really ain't about nothing, that ain't helping nothing at all.
Yeah.
So I feel like those guys put a bad stigma on the good guys.
Yeah, that are really trying to help the development of these kids.
So it's like a...
Or they're just taking money out those kids' pockets. I mean, we both know how that go, right? But, the good thing about social media, you can look and see what a guy's doing these days. And if he's doing something good, it's supporting what you're doing. I don't see the problem with it.
Yeah, it's a little bit
I don't have an ego with that, so I get it.
Yeah. No, I agree, man.
And like with the Titans guys, like the thing with me, I don't muddy the waters. Like I'm not trying to tell those guys how to be a DB.
Yeah.
Like that's not me. I'm doing the basics with those guys. We're jumping, we're sprinting, we're cutting, we're squatting, we're deadlifting, we're cleaning.
Yeah.
I'm not muddying the waters. Like they come to do that, and I'm not trying to be a DB coach.
Yeah. Well, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. We appreciate having you on today.
Yes, sir, big dog.
For some reason, I feel like this might not be the last time.
Nah, we're going to have to get my boy back on.
Yeah, we got to get you back on a few more times, man, if you're willing to come and chop it up with us on Sauce Twins.
Yes, sir.
But we appreciate it, man. It was a blessing to just have you reach out and us reach out and, just build that relationship.
Network. Man.
I think I think this is only good for our industry, for us to have this communication, have these talks, and build these relationships, man. So we appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you guys too, man. I really do. I appreciate it.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir.
Hey, make sure y'all go and subscribe, okay? Hashtag Ask Sauce Twins.
Hey, add my boy.
Hey, get on there
on
the IG. Jason Spray on IG. You on Twitter?
Twitter too, yeah. Hey, I'm 7,000 strong on Twitter.
Hey, 7,000 strong. Let's get that boy to 10K.
Come on.
Hey, y'all heard it.
Just for the family, but hey, Twitter and IG now, I'm good.
Hey, let's get it up, man. For real though, man. Y'all go support him, man. He is one of the guys in the industry that, is keeping this industry honest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he really cares about the development of the athletes. And what I also like is just reading up on his story was how much he cares about his family. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, man, it takes a lot to walk away from something that you truly love, something that's ingrained in you that you're doing every single day because you know how important it is to take care of what's at home.
Mm-hmm. Well, and just quickly on that, man, that was one of the hardest conversations I had with the head coach. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I cried when I told him. Man. I mean, I had 3 years left on my contract. I was making good money. Yeah. But I wasn't pouring into my own.
Yeah.
I had 2 little boys at the house. I mean, my wife, man, she's good, man. She was a coach's wife, man. She handled it. But I wanted to be there to handle my own kids and raise my kids. And, one of the things, like when I always spoke with old coaches, the first thing that I always said was, I wish I could go back and do that part again. Man. And I just didn't want to look back and regret it and have really nothing to show for it than some memories and some rings in a drawer. Yeah. Nothing means more than to raise your boys, man. Yeah. So
That's respect, man.
That's why I did it.
Hey, we respect you for that, man, and nothing respect, of course, from the industry side, and even more respect just from the decisions that you had to make as a man. Mm-hmm. Okay, and as a husband and as a father. Yes, but yeah, hey, one more time, man, y'all go follow my guy Jason Spray, man. Hey, holler at him, shout out. If you need anything, get with him. You will see him back on the show, and
turn your notifications on.
Turn notifications on, man. We out.
What will you sacrifice to be great?